Hey everyone! Welcome back to Easy Invest and Thrive, where we turn small, smart moves into big futures together. Let's dive into this week's $115 investing journey. This is week 7, so this will increase my invested money year to date to $805. As always, these are my personal moves, not financial advice, and I'd love for you to drop your own picks in the comments. Let's dive in. From the US market, I choose SCHD, Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF. SCHD tracks a portfolio of high-quality, dividend-paying U.S. companies. Think PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, Home Depot, Texas Instruments, and Amgen. It focuses on companies with a solid record of consistent dividends and strong fundamentals. Current price: around $26. Why I like it? Reliable dividend income, currently around 3.5% paid quarterly. Focused on quality, strong profitability, balance sheets, and history. Great for long-term passive income and inflation protection. Performance: steady YTD in 2025. Has outperformed the S&P 500 in bear market. 10-year average return 11% annually with lower volatility. Recent news: Charles Schwab announced no-fee expansion for ETFs in Europe. Dividend increases from key holdings like PepsiCo and TXN. U.S. large-cap dividend stocks gaining traction in a high-rate environment. Technical analysis: trading above 50 and 200-day moving averages. RSI around 58, not overbought, room to run. Analyst expectations: seen as a buy and hold forever ETF by dividend growth investors. Morningstar gives it a 4-star rating. Analysts expect steady 7 to 10% returns plus dividend yield over time. Conclusion: SCHD is my sleep well at night pick. Great income, lower volatility, and exposure to companies with staying power. The European pick of the week is Geberit AG Gebn. Geberit is a Swiss leader in sanitary products and piping systems. A quiet industrial giant with high margins and strong market share in Europe's building sector. Current price: around 606 Swiss francs. Is almost equal to $730. Why I like it? Strong fundamentals in a boring but essential industry. Sustainable solutions for water efficiency. Future ready. Healthy dividend, around 2.8% yield with annual increases. Performance: up 20% YTD after a flat 2024. Consistently profitable even during recessions. 5-year return, 45%. Including dividends. Recent news: announced new green product line for low water use buildings. Solid Q1 earnings beat expectations, especially in Germany and France. Expanding presence in Eastern Europe with new manufacturing hub. Technical analysis: breaking out of a consolidation zone. RSI around 60, bullish but stable. MACD shows growing upward momentum since April. Analyst expectations: UBS and Credit Suisse have buy ratings. Long-term outlook solid with strong cash flow and cost efficiency. Conclusion: Geberit may not be flashy, but it's solid, sustainable, and built to last. A great long-term European industrial pick. Romanian pick for this week is Banca Transilvania TLV. Banca Transilvania is the largest bank in Romania by assets and is deeply embedded in the economy, with a focus on SMEs and digital banking innovation. Current price: around RON 31, is almost equal to $7. Why I like it? Largest bank in a growing economy. Digital innovation and fintech partnerships. Solid dividend, 5.5% yield and rising profits. Performance: more than 15% YTD in 2025. Strong recovery post-2022 lows. 10-year stock price growth plus dividends equals over 120%. Recent news: Q1 profit rose 21% YOY. Announced further investment into mobile-first banking solutions. Actively expanding SME lending, driving new revenue streams. Technical analysis: price holding above support at RON 28. RSI in neutral zone, room to grow. Forming bullish ascending triangle. Analyst expectations: analysts project 20% upside in the next 12 months. Consensus: buy. Risk seen as moderate with strong fundamentals. Conclusion: TLV is a fantastic emerging market play in Eastern Europe. Stable, growing, and rewarding shareholders. The crypto I analyze is Litecoin, LTC. Often called the silver to Bitcoin's gold, Litecoin is a fast, decentralized digital currency with low fees and a strong track record. Current price: around $90. Why I like it: transaction speeds and fees beat BTC. Active development, Mimblewimble privacy update live. Listed on major platforms: PayPal, Robinhood, Binance. Performance: down -13% YTD in 2025. Beat Ethereum in weekly gains this month. Historically rallies after BTC surges. Recent news: integration with Visa crypto card in the EU. Mimblewimble upgrade boosts use case for private payments. Volume surging with broader altcoin rally. Technical analysis: strong support at $80. RSI nearing 65 bullish. MACD line shows rising strength since April. Analyst expectations: seen as undervalued relative to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Targets $100 to $120 in 2025. Often overlooked but now gaining institutional interest. Conclusion: Litecoin is fast, lean, and regaining traction. A solid pick for altcoin exposure without huge volatility. For the book I pick, The Jinn Waits 100 Years by Shubnam Khan, first edition. Description: a lush, haunting debut novel blending ghost stories, generational trauma, and South African history. Full of magical realism and literary depth. Price: signed first edition. $105 to $115 on specialized collectible sites. Why I like it: a bold, emerging voice compared to Arundhati Roy. Culturally rich and internationally praised. Great potential as a future literary classic or adapted work. Recent buzz: featured in the New York Times and Guardian book picks. Shortlisted for multiple literary awards. First edition sales gaining traction among collectors. Conclusion: I love discovering authors on the rise. Shubnam Khan delivers something both intimate and universal, a beautiful long-term bet for book lovers and investors. At the end, let's make a short recap of the investments that I considered for Week 7. Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF SCHD. Geberit AG Jebn. Banca Transylvania TLV. Litecoin LTC. The Jinn Waits. What do you think about this week's picks? Got a stock, crypto, or even a collectible you believe in? Drop it in the comments. Until next week, stay curious, invest wisely, and remember, this is Easy Invest and Thrive. Take care.